Hey everyone, welcome to my week. I'm just gonna show you what it's like to be a music student during COVID. So right now I'm going to school for my lesson and I'm biking there. And then I'll see you soon. Okay, bye. So this is where I do my lessons, and we're allowed to unmask because it's not in person. We do like a Zoom lesson, but it's with this software called Dante, which means you can do stuff at the same time, which is crazy amazing for singing. So cheers. Hello everyone. I'm realizing that for some reason vlogging with a mask is kind of like stressful. I feel like it's because you can't see anything in my face, just my eyes. But I just had rehearsal, and now I'm gonna bike home. I'm borrowing this bike from my good friend Michael Dudley because my bike got stolen. So, Thief, if you're watching this, if you could return that, that'd be great. Okay, vlog. Well, now I'm home. As you can see, I did my hair in a really special way, and I'm gonna eat lunch, and then I have another class tonight and a concert. I don't know. My life is pretty boring. I'm eating lunch. She's in class. Allie just said it's gonna rain. Hi, welcome to today's vlog. This is just one whole vlog of my week. Today I ate breakfast. I have my coffee again, and today I have a class online, and then extensions, and then I'm gonna go practice, and then I have another class, and then I have work. Come along. It's been raining all day. I'm eating dinner. Don't come for me. I put ketchup on my mac and cheese. Hey everybody. So right now I'm just working on this chart for my proficiency. I have a proficiency coming up, which is when I have to perform 4 songs. And it's basically just to check that I'm where I should be in my learning. So that's a performance that I have on November 2nd, which I'm very excited about. It's gonna be fun, and I have to rehearse everything and then do a performance. I'm excited for that. And after this, I'm gonna go practice for my ensemble that I'm in. So see you there. Girl, put your records on. What's your favorite song? That's okay, 'cause today, well, I wanna play in the rain, and that's alright. I don't mind a little time with no sunshine. Check, check. Check, check.
I guess, but like still.
Just a PSA. I had a cafe con leche this morning, and I am extremely hyper. So that explains this little clip for you. Okay, so. Hello, everybody. I'm just coming on here to answer all of your questions that you asked me about music school. So that's Allie over there. Do you want to come say hi?
No.
So, all right, let's answer some questions. So the first question I'm going to answer is, how do you sleep at night? And my answer is, do I? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so, you put on Do Not Disturb. This is so chaotic.
I spilled mac and cheese on my sweatshirt.
Oh, no. Do you have stain stick?
No.
Okay, well, the second question is, what exactly do you guys want to do with your music degrees? Do you want to answer that, Allie, or no?
Get a job.
Get a job. Yeah, I've thought about going to get a master's degree, maybe in music education, because I'm interested in teaching. I also would love to just move to New York and try to land a backup gig and just like sing all the time. So the next question I'm going to be answering is, how many notes do you know? La la la. This just in from my editor. My lowest note is in E flat 3, and my highest note is it really is a D flat 7, but I usually just say E3 to C6 for ease. What's my major? My major is jazz vocal performance, and the fancy name is studio music and jazz vocal performance. Is it true that people at Frost practice outside? It is very true. There's different styles for that. I've seen it all. Will you get a disease from the deteriorating practice building? We don't know. Hard to say, but maybe. Who is your favorite arranging teacher? The one and only Stephen Guerra. This is a great question. What's a forced school of music? Me too. Build yourself at Frost. Ear training slaps. I do love it. Mine was at 8 a.m. last semester. Yikes. This is a real question. I'm thinking of transferring, so I have so many questions, but a big one. Any post-college job options? Yes. If you're majoring in music business, there's like a whole list of things here. I talked to Ellie earlier, so I'll just list them here. A lot of people who are interested in mainly performing will get church gigs or gig in one of the major cities. Right now that's difficult because of COVID. A lot of people have private studios where they teach to make some bread and spread the tradition and everything important like that. Yeah, there's a lot of options. It's just less linear than some fields, so it can be scary, but I think that it's important to have mentors and that there are a lot of people who are doing what you're doing but 10 years ahead or 20 years ahead. If people like you, if people like what they hear of you, you're doing well. Okay, great.
Hi, I'm filming this like 30 minutes later, so excuse the shift in location. The last question is, how did the decision to go to music school affect, or how has being in music school affected your sense of identity? What have you gained and what have you lost? Also, do you identify more as a music student or a musician, and what's the difference between the two? Okay, let me unpack this. So choosing to go to music school affected my identity a ton because in high school, I didn't ever feel like I had friends that completely understood me because music is such a huge part of my life, especially in my family. So I didn't really feel like I had a place with my friends where I was completely understood. And so coming to college, I was suddenly around musicians my own age who were interested in the same thing as I was, in the same deep level. I made friends that had parents that were musicians as well. So suddenly I felt understood in a new way, which really affected everything because I was able to lean into that part of my identity more. And music has become that much more important to me as part of my identity and the way that I interact with the world. Being in music school has affected my identity because I think that I hold myself to an extremely high standard, and especially being in a place like Frost, everyone is so hardworking and diligent and just killing. And so being surrounded by that kind of environment makes me critical of myself. It does make me work hard, which is a positive thing, but I think it makes me hypercritical of my mistakes or where I have to grow, and it can kind of be a mind game sometimes. So in that sense, I feel like I have lost some of my freedom to just create because I'm so analytical about everything that I perform. Part of that is just going to school and being analyzed and critiqued at such a zoomed in level, which is what you need to do because that's the level of art that we're operating in, but it can just be overwhelming. But on the other side of that coin, I feel like I've gained so many skills and so much perspective, and each semester and week and day, I feel like I learn something that rounds out what I already had the day before. I think in terms of identifying more as a music student or a musician, it depends. Usually in a performance setting, I'm able to let go of all of the analysis and I feel like a musician, especially if it's a public performance where people are just there to hear the music and it affects them and they tell me or something. If I'm told that my art has affected somebody, it makes me feel more like I'm a musician. But I will say with classes and practicing and consistently being on the grind of learning, it's easy to kind of get stuck in the music student headspace. Yeah. So I guess the difference between the two for me is that as a music student, I am much more hard on myself than when I'm just creating to create. And then I'm going to cut back to this clip that I did before because this relates. For me, I try to make sure that I do a lot of things outside of college that have to do with music so that I kind of hold my identity close to myself and I get to make my own calls about that stuff. Basically, sometimes your music school identity lines up with who you really are and sometimes it doesn't, and that's okay. And it's important to separate yourself from yourself as an artist, I think. But also, you are yourself. If you feel negative about your art, it doesn't mean that your whole self-worth is suddenly like on the line, which sometimes happens because music school is so gritty and everyone is judging you for yourself. Especially as a vocalist, you can sing and give a part of your soul and the person is like, okay. All right. Well, that's all the questions I'm going to answer. Thank you for watching this vlog. That's all I have for you. That's my life as a music student, kind of, except I didn't film some stuff because it's just, I didn't. Oh, I just dropped my phone. Okay. Subscribe.